What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, it's time for Skool Rulz. As you know, I am the sensational one, the one and only, the top dog, old school. You know, it's come to my understanding, this thing, it just hit me out of nowhere. It's like, I don't know, old school calls an epiphany. Yeah, we'll call it that. See, it's come to my understanding that you all, and ladies in the dark pound, don't really understand old school. See, they get to joke around, you know, play with my age, because I am the oldest one here. But it's time y'all really understood what old school is about. See, old school looks at everyone here and where they are. I've already been 15 years in BYW. 15. See, old school started out his wrestling back in 87 at 15 years old. There I was, bright-eyed, sparkle in my eye, no worries whatsoever, chilling with some homies down in a community center. I walked out to the back of that community center, and what I saw blew my mind. I watched another individual pile drive another individual. This wasn't something on TV. This was real life. My eyes seeing something actual, real. And then I watched him wrap a belt around his waist and be declared a champion. It was at that point old school saw stars and decided he wanted to reach for one and become one. I spent a few years in California from that point on, and I became a Vallejo All-Star with their Wrestling Alliance, and went on to earn, 3 heavyweight titles. Blood, sweat, guts, determination. Won their first ever TV championship, their television championship. And then, miraculously, CJD found what he thinks is his home. 6 times. 6 times. Tag team champion. Now, all was good. It was good. It was wonderful. Because I realized this was something I could get into. And I continued. Now, when I left California, old school, well, he went home. Still taking his education quite seriously. And then he joined the J-Town Wrestling Federation. That's Joliet, Illinois. That's why I became a monster or a Midwest beast. There, I won the heavyweight title. There, I became a 3-time tag team champion. Short-lived as it was, because old school went to do his duty for his country. Special shout out to the troops there. I hear y'all coming home. Go about, keep your promises, and the rest of the roads will follow. But after my service, after my tour of duty, old school found himself in Michigan, where he joined up with the Grand Rapids Grapplers. Became a tag team champion once again. Longest reigning tag team champions. And I thank old friend who can now view this, Terrible Thomas Birch. And living up to his name, we held those belts for a hell of a long time. And after that, during that I should say, I also became a heavyweight champion. So when you add all this up, when you look back on my life, you see Before you, a 5-time heavyweight champion. You see a single-time television champion. And then you see an 11-time tag team champion. So when you hear Old School, when you listen to the jokes laid out about Old School, when you hear them talk as much crap that can pour out of their mouth as possible, which ain't much, because half of them don't look like they miss a meal. The other half shouldn't skip a meal at all. But again, unimportant. When you hear Old School, when you see Old School, think about this. I am on a path to sensationalism. That's why I am the sensational one. And when it's all said and done, being the top dog doesn't mean I need gold around my waist. Top dog means following your path and proving you're the best. And any jabroni out there can say, I'm this, I'm that. But Old School has been there. Old School has done that. And as you can see, Old School is here in TDCW to do it some more. Holla. Holla, holla.